This week's been super eventful. So many groups have announced new projects that they're releasing. Normani came out of hiding. Zoran Mondani was elected mayor in New York. The MJ biopic trailer dropped. Not to mention the Grammy nominations have been officially announced. And so has Halle Bailey's album numbers. And it's a lot. You know what? Life is really lifing this week. I really wanted to get this video out earlier, but for obvious reasons, I couldn't. But I didn't want to leave you guys with nothing because my next video is going to be out next week. So I had to kind of push through and release something. So today we're going to talk about the Grammy nominations and Halle Bailey. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I've already listed out some of the acts I had an eye out for, or I didn't really list them out. I kind of just highlighted them on my community tab, right? Of the artists who I was looking out for during the Grammys or who I was shocked about their submissions. So let's get started. So I'm looking at Entertainment Weekly's article of the 2026 Grammy nominations. Album of the year. I'm just going to focus on the people who I care about. Sabrina Carpenter. I'm genuinely surprised she made the list. This album was not doing it. I didn't hear any organic hits other than Man-Child, and even that, a lot of people complained that it was like an off-brand, sweetened, short single. So I don't know how that made the list. I don't know. Good for her, I guess. Lady Gaga, understandable. Kendrick Lamar, understandable. Leon, I'm very happy for him. I suspect that he's on the list because of his hit Mutt. It reached the top 10 a while ago, but I don't be looking at the charts really like that. So, really happy for him. Swag by Justin Bieber. You know what? His latest project, I don't really listen to him anymore, but I've been hearing some songs from him and I'm like, wow.
But then other times you feel the opposite. So it's okay.
I really like it. The next category is Record of the Year. So we have Bad Bunny, Sabrina Carpenter's Man-Child. I am genuinely surprised she has made 2 spots out of the 4 top categories. Like, what? Anxiety. Oh my gosh. Wildflower. Understandable. Abracadabra. Understandable. Luther. Understandable. Subway. A bit of a surprise. Epita. Semi-understandable. We have Song of the Year. Abracadabra. Anxiety. Epita. We have DTMF. Bad Bunny. You have Golden by K-pop and Demon Hunters. And then there's Luther. And then there's Man-Child. And there's Wildflower. Golden. Interesting. Not surprising. And honestly, all these songs, I'm wondering who has the better story because that's most likely is going to have the bigger chances of winning. And I don't know. All these songs are understandable. Best New Artist. Okay, so I've talked about Olivia Dean. First off, I've known about her before she went viral.
So it's like a bittersweet thing.
But she came out of nowhere. Like this latest album that she dropped, I did not think so many people would be paying attention to it, but she has like songs charting on the Hot 100. Like this was a year that I did not see coming for her. People know her now. So congrats to her. Then we have Cat's Eye, which I'm like, double-edged sword. Lord have mercy. The Marias, I've heard about them for a while. Good for them. Addison Rae, really? I still can't take her seriously. So whatever, I guess congrats to her. Somber. Okay, woohoo. Leon Thomas, excited for him. He's been due for a long time. And then we have Lola Young, who went viral for that one song, Messy. So good for her. Alex Warren, whatever. Best Pop Vocal Album. Okay, so after the big top 4 categories, I'm just going to focus on the categories that I care about. So I'm going to skip a lot. Just going to make this quick. We got Swag. We got Man's Best Friend. Something Beautiful, Mayhem, and Everything I've Tried But Therapy by Teddy Swims. Is that a pop album? I would consider that R&B or blues or something like that.
Sometimes I just go along with it. It takes too much breath to deny it.
Very surprised he made it on this list. Don't know why he submitted anything for a pop vocal album, but whatever. Mayhem, understandable. Very understandable. Something Beautiful. Did that make enough noise? That album came and went. That whole era came and went. I was so let down. Miley had one of the biggest campaigns this year and one of the biggest letdowns. So sad. Man's Best Friend. Seriously, don't know how it made the list, but congrats to Sabrina. Swag, understandable. Best Pop Solo Performances. Man-Child. How do you nominate yourself? Like, what do they use to nominate you for Pop Solo Performance? Honestly, the people here who get my vote are Chapel Roan and Lady Gaga. Then we have the next category, Best Pop Duo Performance, Defying Gravity. We got Golden, Gabriella Apata, 30 for 30. First off, let's be real. It's gonna either be between Golden or Defying Gravity. Especially Defying Gravity is like such a cultural, impactful song this past year. Golden as well.
So it was really special. They moved me to tears for sure.
Everybody else, I don't want to see it for you. I'm sorry. 30 for 30, maybe. Apata, maybe. But yeah, definitely between Defying Gravity and Golden. Now we're looking at the Best Rap Album. I don't really typically listen to rap or even care about this category, but ever since Lisa submitted her name and her work in this category, I gotta check it out. So right off the bat, we see that she's not on here. Thank you, God. Tyler, Kendrick, Glorilla. Lord have mercy. Understandable. I don't know who Jid is. I don't know. Oh, I know Pusha T. I don't know who Clips and Malice is. So I'm gonna assume they deserve this. Why is there only one female in this category? Is it always like this? Okay, so we're moving on. Best R&B. We have Giveon. We have Coco. Lettucey. We have Tiana Taylor. We have Leon Thomas. Tiana Taylor. Very surprising. I don't take her seriously. Maybe I should, Maybe I should. I'm really glad for Coco Jones. She has been very stressed out about this album doing well, so I'm glad that she's getting nominated for this.
I just kept my head down, kept silent, and worked, and let my work do the talking for me.
Mutt. Leon has been working really hard. Really glad for him as well. Okay, so real quick, we're going to look at the Best R&B Performance. Yukon by Justin Bieber. Can someone tell me why Justin Bieber has a nomination for Best R&B Performance when he has a pop album? Where's the logic? We got Chris Brown, Obvi Obvi. We have Folded by Kehlani, Obvi Obvi. Mutt, Obvi Obvi. Heart of a Woman. Yep, that was a very popular song. You know what? R&B has had a pretty good few good years. So I'm just a happy camper. Real quick, I want to point out that Ray was nominated for Best Music Film for her album Live at the Royal Albert Hall. This is her only nomination. Happy for her.
I was more than excited.
Next, we're going to look at the African category. Give Me That, Ira Star featuring Wizkid. But I thought he featured her. Is that wrong? I don't know. Let's just start with Tyla. Okay, first off, Tyla's been having a rough year. I don't care what nobody says. I don't think her label knows what to do with her, and you could just really tell. Ira Star has been having a pretty interesting year ever since signing to Rock Nation. They've been pulling out the bops. It's giving the year I turned 21. Oh no, 21 and Dangerous. This era is reminding me 21 and Dangerous, and she's ready to take over. I should really get into African music more, considering my background. But slowly but surely, I'm getting into it more and more. It's gonna be a very boring Grammys next year. There's been no standout moments in music this past year on the mainstream level, so yeah, I'm also kind of sad that Conan Gray didn't get nominated for anything, like at least Best Pop Performance, something. Give the kid something. Like, his new album has been his best yet. Like, I was really impressed. I'm really sad about Flow. I heard that they submitted stuff. I didn't really see any official submissions.
But it's okay that people underestimate me, because it always feels really good when I get the last laugh and prove them wrong.
I'm also kind of surprised that there's not any more K-pop idols getting nominations after people made a huge stink last year about them not getting nominated. And I only saw Rosé and Cat's Eye. And it's just like, is there anybody else? I guess not. Not too surprising, I guess. But interesting, really interesting. Anyways, tell me what y'all think. That's what I really want to know. What do y'all think? Who are you looking out for? Who are your letdowns? Or what were you hoping for this Grammy nomination? Or what do you expect for this upcoming Grammys? I would like to know. Moving on to Halle Bailey. Okay, so right quick, does anyone remember this moment? Well, I can't forget. This was the first time I saw Chloe and Halle live. Well, sort of. I've watched them perform their hearts out in their signature dreads and stunning two-part harmonies. You could tell they had a bright future. If they could pull off this kind of magic through a computer screen, there's no telling what they could do in the real world.
We had a blast.
Oh, you probably didn't know this was a concert virtually, specifically for the Verizon Up members. This is part of a series of virtual performances that made up their Ungodly Hour album rollout. This was the duo's most successful era and their most promising. The 2020's Ungodly Hour was what really made them a cultural phenomenon. Or should I say semi-cultural phenomenon? They were just on the cusp of really breaking into the mainstream. Critics loved them, they loved the album, and it was hailed as a modern classic that put their talent on full display. The album debuted at number 16 in the Billboard 200, selling 24,000 units in its first week, and showed off their unique take on R&B. They found the sweet spot between being commercially successful and artistically adventurous that most artists chase their whole careers. They were on top of the world, they were performing on major stages, racking up great numbers, and the fandom was a great place to be. Tea Time with Chloe and Halle was a great time to remember. It's crazy to think that this was like 5 or 6 years ago. Fast forward to now, and Chloe and Halle have both experienced great starts to their solo careers.
We are special beings. We are top notch.
With Halle reaching mainstream prominence, being a Black Disney princess, and Chloe, who she had a very strong R&B presence with a string of singles, most notably her bona fide hit Have Mercy. However, as their solo careers progress, their trajectories have stalled. Some detractors might say they're flopping, and to be honest, I can understand why. Chloe's latest project went under the radar, and her label isn't investing in any more promotional performances. She's also caught up in a major lawsuit. On top of everything else, her latest album, Trouble in Paradise, it didn't even chart on the Billboard 200, a similar fate to Halle's debut album, Love or something like that. Seeing Halle's numbers were really disheartening. I understand that first week numbers shouldn't be the barometer of success anymore. However, the overall promotion of her album has been very underwhelming, and seeing the state of her career along with her sister just makes me tired. It's the same old story. It's made me more restless for Chloe and Halle to come back.
So I just can't wait because it's just a combination of all the things that I love.
I don't know if anyone remembers this, but this time last year, I mentioned that Chloe and Halle might be forming a comeback because they had reunited for the British Fashion Awards. And yeah, that was around like December of last year. And it's very ironic, a year later, still nothing. Like, my dreams were crushed. I understand that Halle getting casted as Ariel in Disney's live action Little Mermaid, it was a huge life-changing role that needed all her attention. So the duo going on hiatus was understandable. It seemed logical, you know? Everyone was excited to see what they do on their own for a little bit. I personally wasn't really that excited, but for whatever reason, people just want to pull apart groups and want all the members to go solo for some reason. I don't know. But seeing their solo careers, I've seen enough. Chloe has put out 2 solo albums. Halle's done with Little Mermaid. She's settled into motherhood and she's released her own album. What I've gathered was that, you know, from these activities, they never should have separated in the first place. They never should have went solo. They're at their best when they're together, hands down, especially musically. They're meant to be together. And so right now at this point, I'm waiting for an official announcement or just something to tease a comeback. And one more thing. Isn't it funny when there's a girl group revival where all these new ensembles are trying to gain a foothold into stable careers and into the mainstream, that arguably the best R&B duo out right now disappears at the height of their popularity, no less. I don't want to pit groups against each other, but you know, I was expecting flow level of success from Chloe and Halle right now, if not more. Flo just wrapped up a major North American tour, and yet Chloe and Halle, as of today, haven't been on a solo tour ever. At most, they've done solo dates as they were opening for Beyonce back in like 2015, 2016, which is ludicrous. With how much success the Ungodly Hour was, like the album, there should have been a tour by now. This is why I believe these girls were sabotaged.
Of course, Beyonce.
I have a whole breakdown about how Parkwood screwed over Chloe and Halle as soon as they were officially announced as Beyonce's mentors or mentees. I don't know when I'll put out that video, but keep an eye out for that. That's definitely coming next year. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they announce it, I'll totally go to an Ungodly Hour tour. Maybe they can do a surprise announcement, drop a new album along the way. But yeah, at this point, I'm just so tired. The same pattern keeps happening around the Carters. They have promising young artists around them. They have great starts, and yet they always run into some issue. I'm hoping with the Carters on the decline right now, all the artists that were hindered by them in some way or whatever get a new chance to actually fulfill their potential. As for right now, I'm just gonna focus on the positive. Anyways, tell me what you think below. As always, thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.